Okay, as usual, not as usual, but at least I find it out what's wrong. The knocking in Ford Territory TX, the was a knocking in differential. What was happening? I went to a autobahn and I tried to get the parts, and they sell me first the bush, like you see it. First bush they sold me not for this model TX, which they sold me with a middle location of the fastening. That means the bolts, these bolts, yeah, like you see it. They sold me which was in the middle in here. All right, I exchanged it on 29 of April. I coming back and I said that you sold me wrong bush for this model. Now there was a small improvement. All right, because like you see it, it's offset, yeah. It's not in the middle the whole wide, because they're putting in a top side in here. If the top of the hole it's up to facing up in here. Okay, I took it off. I put it in, and I said that I think it's something wrong bush. I think about it. I said that no, they're all of them the same. They can't change the size in here, and I didn't measure it. I driving for a while. There was nearly what 3 weeks or something, yeah, and there still was knocking. And I said that gee, but I exchanged the bush, yeah, from autobahn. I pay what there was a something deposit $79.99, and was not bad. And I said that oh, it's something wrong with this diff, knocking and knocking. And I called the experts in Sydney for the Fords, and they wanted the measurements of the TX, the flange in here. All right, but I didn't took it off, and I said that no, I better go to a Ford in Dandenong. In Dandenong we discussed it, and they show me original, because I said that I want an original, how the original is. All right, the original is the original, like you see it will be now. You need to press it in. That means press it. I will put it in. I got a special clamp in here, and they will go up. Yeah, it's offset too, as usual. TX they got it. Especially we check it with a VIN number TX, because there is a three different bushes. Yeah, in the middle ones we're talking. For the diff, very important. If you don't put a proper bush, that means you always will have a knock. Because I don't need to prove it. I know myself. Like this one was from Autobahn. They said that no, it's this one. Now they produce those. No, it's bullshit. It's not the original. And I think who's got the Territory TX, this bush is no good. It's not working properly, because what is it? Like you see it, I just can push it in, only knock it and they will go in. But it's not the point. You will have a knock anyhow. And you will don't know, maybe you listening the radio, the volume too high, and you don't hear the knocking of the back of the what's the name there? The differential, yeah. And here I said that no, it's something wrong. That I inquiry in a proper professional Ford, and they says no, this is the right bush. This is the right bush. The whole thing is rubbish, and they are true. It's true because they are too small. This one what I've been getting from Autobahn, it's 74.5 mil, and mil around it. All right, original it's a 75.4, 41 even. That I imagine roughly. That means rough, because you got a two different size. There is a two different measurements. The top and bottom, it's different. This one is slightly more skinny on the side. If you checking, but there must be. There is a production like this. There was it, and there was everything okay. And the height is different too, like you see it. All right, it's from the flange nearly the same height, but it's not. This one is sinking down anyhow. It's not for purpose. They must be like this because the working when you put the bolt, the differential always working up and down. As soon as you shift the gear, or you accelerate, or you go backwards, that means the working this way, up and down. All the time, it's constant working. It's not only when you're changing reverse to the driving. All the time, as soon as you start to accelerate even, it's working too. And you must be careful. All right, that means that's it. Especially like doing the camera. Soon I will get the camera underneath the cars, and then we will see how that properly works. Now you see it. Don't want to argue. Still, I was not satisfied. I prove it. This one is up and down. All right. This one you need to press it in, because will not go in. You see, you need to press it, because it's a proper original for the Ford Territory 205 TX. Remember that TX got a different. They got a different location of the center. It's out of center. It's not in the middle. Remember that. All right. That means we already done our homework. Now I will go to a Autobahn, and it says that for this model, when they said that it's alright, TX, it's that, no, it's not. That means all production of these bushes, the manufacturer who doing these bushes should put it in the rubbish. They are wrong. They will not fit properly to a TX. Oh, it's a compressor. I don't want to switch it off. I'm using the tools in here. All right, that means you've got the measurements roughly. This is the manufacturer making 74.5. It's loose like hell. I can even show you. All right, you can only, if you push it, they will go in. All right, you see, I can take it by the hand. I check it when was it fitted. Before I took it off, there was a different about with a gauge. I fill it up. It's a loose completely in the top. Even I lifted up just a diff in here to put it in a location when they're supposed to be in the top. How I take it off? That I didn't touch anything. I lifted up how that's supposed to be. And then now I gonna go to Autobahn, and they says, all right, don't buy this, and they don't sell it to the customer for the TX. They are wrong. They are wrong. It's different size in here. It's only, what is it? Supposed to be at least 75.4. This one it's roughly 74.5. Mil. Well, you got the vernier, you can measure it. What you measuring? That means you can measure here. All right. It's a rough measurements. Have a look. Now I can do it properly. All right. roughly, yeah. What is it? Now it's wrong in here. Put it on 0, everything. Put it 70 roughly, because I knocking. Yeah, what is it? No, it's wrong. I going too fast. It's millimeter. Yeah, must be. Nah, what I did in here can't see properly. It's what is it? Inches or millimeters? This one is millimeter now. Okay. Yeah. I must press it the wrong one. It's 30, 30, 40, 50, 50, 69. Or that. I'm going too fast. But doesn't matter. 0. Alright. Alright. I spend a bit of time in here. 60. Alright. Now I can put it, because the vernier is a very 72, 73. Alright. Now we can measure. You see that means the measurements roughly. Alright. Yeah, at this is that it's not roughly 74.1. Yeah, what is it? 74.1. Yeah, 74.1. But now I give you better measurements. I need to. No, it's too loose in here, because the top one it's I don't know, they done it for purpose. 74.44. It's here, all right. On the side, 74.24. You see? That means if I have a proper, yeah, 74.4. Yeah. What about the top? I go the opposite way, because I can. Maybe I can. There will be. No, it's too high. I touching already in here. Yeah, but at least you see what's a different. Yeah. Here you are. Yeah. And what you got it in here? The highest point on this bush. The higher. Have a look. It's too loose. It's too loose. Now I will squeeze it. All right. Not squeeze it. Just a touching. And what is it? That didn't show me properly. I need to bloody put that everything on 0. What is it? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, 70. All right, 75. All right. Now we will put that in here. Yeah, it's passing. 74.7 even said it. No, it's not the 7. It was a smaller that I put it in a. Press it harder, yeah. Not to the vernier, but it. Yeah, 74. You can say the 0.6. That was it, yeah. That means what is it? It's too small, and it's only working on this part of the bush. This bush need to work for the bloody whole lot in here. Whole lot in here. Have a look. Have a look. Have a look. This one is the original for the Ford TX. Even I got a VIN number. We checked that with a VIN number from the production. Everything is there. Yeah? And this one is a correct bush for TX model. Not the other ones. That means forget it. Forget it. It's rubbish. Destroy the differential. Now I'm going back to give me back my money, and I don't know how the situation is with my differential, because you can back it up, the differential, because it's when it's not properly seated. I was driving already for how many weeks? 3 weeks at least I was driving, and I hear the knock, and the gearbox was up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. Yeah, that means I done a quite bit of the kilometers every day. And I said, no, I need to inquire, and I find it, what was wrong. Simple. Now I go into Mr. Autobahn and gonna get at least the money back. And they're supposed to say to the manufacturer of this bushes, stop to selling for the TX model. Alright? Like you see, it's how they're supposed to be, but the size of the bush, it's wrong. It's not fitted in here properly. They're too loose. Alright. See ya. All the best.